Hey guys, this is Tommy. I think this is the either fifth or sixth tutorial. Um, and I'm just coming to, and last time we left off, we just had a ball that would just fly off the screen. And that's all we had. Um, so yeah, we're going to make some new things today. We're gonna add some touch things and things like that. So let's get started right away. The first thing that I want to have us do is um, in the um, game loop, we're going to add an if statement, um, and we're just going to say if game state equals k game state running, um, then do this, uh, which is move the ball. But if it's not, which means that it's paused, then and if the tap to begin is hidden, so if you're paused and the tap to begin is hidden, we want to make sure to unhide it. So tap to begin dot hidden equals no. So that's going to unhide it if it is hidden. And that's all we need for that. Alright, so we can save it. Then what we're going to do is add some new touch things. So these are a little bit more complicated, but they should come. I should be able to explain them. Okay. So what you're gonna do is do dash void. So that just makes a void function, and then you're say void touches began. So that's going to say when you touch, do this, and if the game state equals k game state paused. So if the game is paused when you click, what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to make the game run, and we're going to want to make it make the touch to again go away because you just began. So touch, no, tap to begin, dot hidden equals yes, and game state equals k game state running. Alright, and then, but if you are, if else, we're just going to say, so that means if the game is paused, or if the game is running when you do it, you're going to want to move the actual paddle. So what we're going to do is we're going to say self touches moved touches with events event. Right, and that's just going to call and supply variables to our it's going to apply touches and event to our new function that we're going to make, which is going to be void touches moved, and we're not going to actually put anything in it right there, but we're going to use that function to move our paddle. And so what we should end up with now is when we run it, why did that, oh, here, we're going to quit this really quick, and we're going to say, what did we do wrong? If k game state is running, do that. Alright, let's save it, build and run. Let's see. We don't want our ball to move until we've done it. So ball.center should, if game state equals k game state running, we start with our game state paused. So if game state equals game state running, there we go. Sorry, I was just in the if statement I didn't have two equals, which meant it was actually setting it to pause. So this should work now. So let's go build and run. And it doesn't work. Alright, so I lied. It's supposed to be one equal sign. Let's see. In our game loop, we say if game state equals k game state running, then move the ball, else don't move the ball. So somehow it's getting a game state running. So we're saying game state pause. And we're saying touches began, void touches with event if game state equals game state paused. So if the game is paused, I am not sure. And it begins and then that goes off. So it's like it's already running. So in our game loop, if game state equals k game state running, let's try equals equals. I doubt this will work, but oh, that worked. And now we do it and it runs. Alright, so that makes sense. Let's quit the iPhone simulator, and we want this to be, I think we want this to be equals 2. I don't know why it didn't work before. And there we go. So that works. Alright, so we have our touch all done. So we can come back and we'll go ahead and save. And then real quick, we're going to add collision detection. And we only have a few minutes left, so if I can't get through, I'm sorry. So what we're going to do is we're going to enter, and then we're just going to say if ball.center.x is greater than self.view.bounds.size.width, or that means ball.center.x is less than 0. So that's saying if it's out of the what just happened? That was weird. So what that's saying is if it's out of the screen or under the screen, the x values, then what we're going to do is we're going to reverse the x. So x dot ball velocity dot x equals negative ball velocity dot x. So it's just going to reverse the direction. I'm going to say if ball center dot y is greater than self dot view dot bounds. Actually, I'm just going to copy this and replace it really quick. And actually, that's all I can do for this video. I'll pick this up in the next one.